Hello dear students, how are you today? I hope you are fine at home. Today in this master class we are going to talk about food and quantifiers. It is an interesting topic because we are going to talk about different kind of nouns or elements that we can count or we cannot count. Okay? And for example, we have nouns that we can count, one apple, two apples, or elements like a cell phone, one cell phone, two cell phones. That's the idea. But today we are going to focus on food. We are going to recall, or we are going to remember bananas, okay? These are some examples about countable nouns, okay? Remember, elements that we can count. And we have elements like water, like we can count or we can say, give me one water, give me two waters. We can say it. We need a container or quantifiers in order to say the amount of the element we need. For example, a bottle of water. That's the idea when we talk about countable, uncountable nouns. And today we are going to talk about quantifiers. Okay? Okay, let's start, and we are going to talk about food and quantifiers. You're welcome. Okay. Here we have a lot of food. As you can see chips and salad, guacamole, cheese and crackers, pretzels, hummus, chili, donuts, and cheesecake. These are different kinds of food. They are very famous, and we are going to use some quantifiers in order to talk about this kind of food. Okay, first of all, in order to talk about food, we need to remember what is a countable and uncountable noun. Count nouns, for example, I can say, I have many friends, I have a lot of friends. In non-count nouns, I have a lot of time. Okay? We use in this case a lot of. We can use a lot of with count nouns and non-count nouns. Now we have she has some pies. She has some food. Excellent. We have a few notebooks. We have a little paper. Okay, you can notice that we use a few and a little. Okay, that's the difference because notebooks are count nouns. We can count one notebook, two notebooks, three notebooks. On contrary, we say we can have a little paper. Paper is non-count noun. And we can count, or we can say one paper, two papers. Okay? Next, they have enough chairs. Chairs, one chair, okay? They have enough furniture, okay? That's the same idea. With enough, we don't have problems, okay? Now, in negative, I don't have a lot of friends. We didn't have much, a lot of time. In this case, we use many in count nouns and much with non-count nouns. Be careful, okay? In questions, do we have any pies? Do they have any furniture? Do we have enough chairs? Do we have enough paper? What's the difference? Any, it is the key word here, any. Enough. Very good, okay? Very easy. Try to notice these examples, okay? Now, be careful, a few, a little have different meanings. a few, several, few, not enough, a little, some, little, not enough. That's the idea. With examples we are going to talk, you are going to master the use of these words, quantifiers. Okay? Okay, let's talk about much is formal or less common. Use a lot of or lots of instead of much in spoken English. Use phrases that show quantity to make non-count nouns, plural. A barrel of water, do you remember? A barrel of water, 2 pieces of paper, a game of chess. We need an extra words in order to talk about this kind of non-count nouns, okay? Okay, let's see. We are going to talk about the quantifiers with plural count nouns. For example, students, languages, classes. Okay, try to focus on quantifiers. We have 2, both, a couple of, few, a number of, several, many, a great many. Okay, we use, in the class there are 2 students. I can speak both languages. A couple of languages, few classes. Okay, we need to use this kind of quantifiers. A few students, a number of classes, several students, something like that. Okay, very good. Let's continue with quantifiers with non-count nouns. For example, quantifiers: little, a little, much, a bit of, a great deal of. Okay, non-count nouns, for example, we have cheese, information, studying. Okay, little cheese, a little information, much studying, a bit of information. Okay, this kind you can play with these words with quantifiers and non-count nouns. It is very important to know. Okay. Okay, quantifiers with plural and non-count nouns. For example, no students, any languages, some classes. Okay. For example, enough cheese, a lot of information, plenty of studying, most students, all students. Okay, try to write your own sentences using quantifiers and non-count nouns with plural. Okay, plural and non-counts. Try to focus on this kind of quantifiers you can use with both count or uncount nouns. Now we have a special topic. It is quantifiers, few and little. Okay, pay attention to these examples. Okay, few people can help. I have to solve the problem myself. That's the idea. No? Okay. Another, I have little time to watch TV. I don't get home from work until late at night. That's the idea. You have to analyze, try to understand. If you need, use a dictionary in order to understand the use of few people, little time. Okay, few people, little time, but in different contexts with count nouns people and non-count nouns time. Okay, uncountable time, countable people. Okay, try to remember this kind of words, of elements or nouns. Let's continue with a large amount. It is another kind of quantifiers. For example, much, a lot, many, lots, a great, many, a great deal. Okay? Okay, let's check the examples. We spend a lot of money on rent, but we can say we spend much money on rent. Okay? Try to understand this situation. We can't use much. We have to say we spend a lot of money. Okay? Be careful. Quantifiers with of. We are going to use and pay attention to these examples. A few of, many of, a bit of, much of. So a few of the students, many of my friends. See, try to remember this kind of situations when you have to use a few of the students. Focus on the letters in green, of and the, of my, a bit of that cheese, much of the information. Very, very important to use this kind of quantifiers with of. Okay? Next, we have quantifiers without of. All vegetables are good for you. Most food is okay in small amounts. Some food is bad for you. The sugary drinks are good for you. Okay? Quantifiers without of. All, we don't need of all vegetables, not all of vegetables. Or we can say all of the vegetables. No, we have to say all vegetables. Okay? Most food without of. Most of food is incorrect. Most food. Some food is bad for you. Okay, remember, without of, no sugary drinks. No sugary drinks, it's correct. Okay? Now with negative words in sentences. In a sentence, no sugary drink are healthy. Very pay attention, no? No sugary drinks are healthy. No sugary drinks healthy, aren't healthy. We have the negative form, no. We don't need aren't. Avoid using aren't with this kind of sentences. Okay, it is very important to use this word some. These words some or any. For example, some with affirmative. Okay? Some, we can say not the exact number of amount. For example, some olives, some cheese. Okay, that's the idea. Some olives, some cheese. We don't know the amount or the amount olives or cheese. Okay, not the exact number. Okay, excellent. Any, we have to use with negative statements. For example, there aren't any places to study quietly. Aren't any. Aren't any. Allison didn't have any money to go shopping. Remember, negative sentences, we have to use any. Aren't any, didn't have any. Okay? Okay, let's continue with quantifiers some and any in questions. Would you like some pizza, some more pizza? An offer, I am offering you more pizza. But I have to say, would you like some pizza or some more pizza? Did you bring any money? A negative question. Did you bring any money? Any money? Some pizza. Okay? Be careful. Focus on this kind of questions. Offer or negative question. Okay? Negative question. In question. Affirmative question. Okay, quantifier some and any without a noun. This cheese is good. Would you like some? Would you like some? I don't want any, thanks. Okay? Okay, any. It doesn't matter which, okay? For example, we can eat pizza at any time of the day, okay? It doesn't matter exactly in the afternoon or at night. No matter, doesn't matter it. Any time of the day. It doesn't matter which time, okay? Mozzarella cheese is best on pizzas, but any cheese is okay. It doesn't matter which cheese, okay? Excellent. Let's continue with each, every. Every each on his head was completely white. Each hand has thin round bunny, okay? Very easy to use this kind of quantifiers. Now we have each, every. We can interview every applicant. We interview each applicant separately. Okay, what's the difference? Try to analyze the sentences and try to use your own sentences. Quantifier without nouns. We're trying to find a suitable apartment to rent. We've looked a lot of apartments. We looked at several apartments yesterday, and 2 apartments were suitable. What's the idea? We can use without nouns. Okay, we have the idea. In the first sentence, we say apartment, and it is you have to notice that you are talking about apartments. If I say I looked a lot of, several, or 2, that's the idea, no? Noun counts nouns. For example, we have concrete and abstract nouns. For example, in this phrase, health is the greatest possession. Contempt is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. Okay, what's the concrete nouns? Possession, treasure, and friend. Okay, it is a possession, a treasure. These are concrete nouns that I can touch. For example, this is my treasure, my friend. A friend I can give the hand, I can talk, I can see, I can touch a friend. But when we talk about abstract nouns, for example, healthy, contempt, confidence, okay? We can touch my confidence, but I can feel my confidence. That's the idea with abstract. Now, my health, okay? I can touch my health. I can feel my health. That's the difference between abstract and concrete, okay? Excellent. Concrete meaning. She works for a charity that helps people after natural disasters. Charity, an organization that gives money, goods, or help to people who are poor or sick. That's the idea with this concrete meaning, no? Charity and organization, okay? Next, we are going to analyze this conversation, okay? As you can see, we don't use, we are going to use some words in order to complete this conversation, okay? I am going to try to analyze and then I am going to give you the answers, okay? And that's the answers. You can analyze the context at home. You can stop the video and try to do it, okay? Very good. Now, we need to answer some questions. Okay, why are quantifiers important in English? That's important you to give your own ideas. What is the importance of quantifiers in English? Okay, discuss their role in providing information about quantity. Okay, try to give examples, explain your point of view with examples. Okay, explain the difference between a little and little. When used as quantifier, provide 5 sentences to illustrate your explanation. Okay, try to focus on this quantifier, give your ideas and explain. Okay, how can the incorrect use of quantifier change the meaning of a sentence? Provide an example. Okay, focus on the incorrect use of quantifiers. Okay, try to analyze the sentence, the context, and how can the incorrect use of quantifiers change the meaning of a sentence? Because if you use a different kind of quantifiers, your messages is going to change. Okay, provide an example. Okay, you can write a short conversation and in order to explain your point of view. Okay, and that's all for today about count and uncountable nouns. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.